back to my stream. Sorry, I had some small issues. Now we are going to stream. Let's go. So, we are going to talk about TBC. TBC's CandyDrop. TBC is the pioneer of the Bitcoin virtual machine and has implemented a scalable TBC Bitcoin smart contract layer solution based on BVM. So we got tasks. Price pool is 20,618. Wait, let me check the TBC itself. And we only have it in spot. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's continue. It says complete task to share 20,618 TBC price pool. Yeah, complete tasks and share price pool. Tier 1 is, which will give you 1 TBC, and 1 candy equals 1. Where's this TBC? Bitcoin spot trading task above 5,000. Um, Second tier is TBC spot trading task uh, above 7,000 USDT, which will give you 3 candies equals to estimated share is 4.80 TBC. Third tier is above 10,000 USDT, will give you 5 candies, 8.01 TBC. And yeah, you can claim up to 100 TBC, but it's not possible because, you know, yeah. We got activity rules during the event, users achieving above 5,000 in USDT in TBC, spot trading volume. Sum of opening and closing position can earn up to 9 candies from 20,608 in TBC. So yeah, that's it about it. So I'm going to switch here and explain to you guys what is actually CandyDrop. How to join. Select the project you are interested in, and complete the interactive tasks to earn candies. Complete interactive tasks. And the more tasks you complete, the more candies you earn, and the better your chances of getting airdrop reward will be. And third is wait for airdrop. Check the reward distribution status and wait for the airdrop. Okay. What apologize, y'all. If I don't ask questions, what is CandyDrop? CandyDrop is an airdrop campaign launched by Gate. Users can earn candies by completing tasks such as participating in trading, depositing, and inviting friends, and more. The more tasks you complete, the more candies you earn, increasing your chances of getting airdrop rewards. How to earn candies? Well, you can earn candies by completing the designated tasks in CandyDrop. Task types include trading specific tokens, deposits, and more. So each completed task will grant you a certain amount of candies. Have to verify the completion of the event tasks. After completing a task, the platform will automatically verify it without requiring manual validation, and you will see the prompt once the task is successfully completed. And when rewards will be distributed, rewards will be distributed to winner's gate account within 40 working days after the event and can be viewed in wallet billing details. So users must complete identity verification before claiming rewards. And can the candies be accumulated for the next event? And these are exclusive to each event and cannot be carried over the next one. Yeah, let's go here. What are the requirements to participate in CandyDrop? Users participating in CandyDrop are required to complete identity verification and click join button on the event page. Only after successfully joining will their activity data be counted. Market makers, enterprises, and institutions are not eligible to participate in this event. When will candies be distributed after completing tasks? Candy will be distributed within 1 to 3 hours after user complete tasks. Please again inject candies obtained from Candy Drop after 3 hours. Okay. I checked the website of this project. Wait, y'all. Okay, that's really interesting. This logo is similar to this logo. Y'all can see it here. But that's irrelevant. Okay, never mind. So, DBC smart contract, layer of Bitcoin. Do they have white paper? I don't know. DBC is a pioneer of Bitcoin virtual machine and has implemented a scalable Bitcoin smart contract layer solution based on BVM. The major protocol upgrade for during BitChain originally scheduled to mid-March 2025 is officially set to launch on March. Yeah, that's actually old. What's new at TBC? Okay, we're going to check this out. In the ecosystem, TBC ecosystem get started in 3 steps to dive into the world's TBC. Download wallet, a wallet helps you to connect TBC and manage your funds. Get TBC. TBC is the currency of turning the chain. Use it in the apps. TBC Greenfield. Uh, but developer. Okay, never mind. Let's see what is this. Okay, it's coming soon. TBC is the layer 2 of Bitcoin and also is the creator of Bitcoin virtual machine and has implemented a mode scalable Bitcoin layer 2 solution based on BVM. So it creatively developing turning DXID, turning contract, etc. TBC has the advantages of SA SHA 256 PLV, POW plus UTXO model, and also has a better scaling capabilities, data cutting capabilities. Okay. Let's continue. We got developer programs, builder grant, awarding, grants to innovative projects, building open source infrastructure, and developer tooling. And we got gas grants, get up to 15K monthly rewards to accelerate your D apps growth. Okay. Business partners are these. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, gotcha. I got the white paper. What is this? Okay, we are going to check this out later. So we are going, you should also check this out. It says Gate will launch during BitChain spot trading and initiate CandyDrop X TBC. Try to share 20,618 TBC. So Gate will launch during Bitcoin chain spot trading on July 15, 2025, and such the Candy Drop event. Candy Drop is the candy airdrop platform launched by Gate, where users can win candy by completing tasks and participating in the distribution of token airdrops. So this round will distribute a total of 20,618 TBC. Okay, participation period. Click the join button on the event interface, and after successfully joining, proceed with the corresponding tasks. Candy Drop will start counting your wallet activity data. Receive corresponding candy based on the task completion and share the airdrop uh, proportionally. Candies will be distributed 1 to 3 hours after user completes the task. Please log in to check the candy obtained from Candy Drop 3 hours after completing the task. Okay. So project introduction is this. TBC is the pioneer of Bitcoin virtual machine and has implemented a scalable Bitcoin smart contract layer solution based on BBM. So TBC will help unleash the full potential of Bitcoin and solve the congestion problem in the future. Bitcoin will no longer be just a digital gold, not just a tool for storing value, but more likely to be used for daily transactions and have a native smart contract layer like Ethereum. So TBC will help Bitcoin to create a prosperous BVM ecosystem like AVM. After Bitcoin complete a specific BIP proposal upgrade, the relationship between Bitcoin and TBC will be like the between Ethereum and ARB. Okay. So important notes, we got the important notes too. Participants, okay, participants must click the join now button on the Candy Drop event page to jump to the during the chain event and complete the event tasks and identity verification to receive rewards. Rewards will be distributed to users' account within 14 business days after the event ends. Total reward pool is 20,618 TBC. Users airdrop reward the number of candies obtained by the user slash the total number of candies obtained by all users. X 20,618 TBC. By creation of fake accounts, malicious volume manipulation, self-trading, and other fraudulent activities are strictly prohibited. Multiple accounts under the same verified users will be considered as one account. The sub-accounts are not allowed to participate. The market makers, entities, institutions, and affiliate accounts cannot participate in this event. In case of any okay, these are not important. We are going to check their white paper now. So yeah, outline. So the introduction of TBC Bitcoin Ordinals protocol has been allowing most. Wait, y'all. Can yeah, I can. Protocol has been allowing most users to consider more of Bitcoin's potential, and the outbreak of BRC20 also reflects the urgent needs for users to have more comparable applications on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin has around 50% of the assets in the blockchain domain. It has been at the forefront of the minds of stakeholders and has always been recognized as a representative of wealth in the industry. Therefore, the formation of the Bitcoin ecosystem will fully activate Bitcoin in the dormant Bitcoin network, realizing the huge liquidity potential. Sorry, y'all. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the real power of Bitcoin is sealed. Thus, activation of Segwit has changed the transaction structure of Bitcoin, which is not repealable or revocable. In addition, the small block capacity and low TPS limitations make the Bitcoin main chain unsuitable for carrying more applications and accommodating more massive transactions. The turning the chain will completely light up the potential of Bitcoin building the on Bitcoin's UTXO model of capacity expansion, fee reduction, high performance computing, as smart contracts. The UTXO model has high concurrency characteristics, as many public chains have embraced the UTXO route for capacity expansion. However, the traditional model lacks layer one smart contracts and cannot implement complex business logic. It is hard to build complex applications and interoperability also between applications is difficult. Therefore, the traditional UTXO model is not able to meet the demands of modern distributed applications. And it is not sufficient for development of Web3 applications in the future. The Turing bit chain is a UTXO model public chain forked from the original Bitcoin with a higher parallelism performance from the lowest level of XDID creation and innovatively proposes a layer 1 smart contract scheme on top of the UTXO model, which is maximum decentralized to allow unlimited scaling. This paper describes the concept, technical details, and mining mechanism of TBS. It will also explain the reason that TBS is a public chain that can be used by 8 billion people worldwide. By the way, there is no features available for this TBS. I don't know why, but I can guess because price movements are quite sharp. Okay. Background why we need to build turning bit chain after 14 years of development. Blockchain technology has demonstrated unique technical advantages and big potential to change society, but we also face challenges that have been barriers in the blockchain field, such as the difficulty of scaling has not been effectively solved likewise. Many other public chains also struggled with a similar issue and various other issues derived from it. Example given high gas fees, low performance, limited application scenarios, etc. The main problem to be solved in today's blockchain are as follows. Scaling problem. The main challenge of blockchain today is scaling problem, which has not been solved effectively. Hence, blockchain technology is not being popularized on a large scale and restricting the scenarios in which the blockchain technology can be used so that it can never become a compulsory technology to the world. This has also led to low performance in most Web3 applications. High gas fees, traditional blockchains has pain points regarding high gas fees. For each transaction which is consequence of the unsolved capacity, some blockchains claim to be able to solve the problem of excessive gas fees. Unfortunately, it is normally based on the sacrifice advantage of decentralization. So the high gas fee leads to the difficulty of making blockchain technology affordable. Cross-chain storage. Currently, blockchain has been faced with difficulty in scaling high gas fees and low performance. Therefore, in this context, cross-chain storage solutions have emerged. Uh, However, these solutions have been content security degradation, data fragmentation, high application development costs, not being user-friendly, etc. Plus, most of the traditional blockchains also have problems with data interconnectivity, lack of interoperability between Web3 applications, and poor performance of smart contracts, which are waiting for us to find a way out. What is TBS's plan? Well, first, Decentralized, the same POW consensus method on that of Bitcoin is used to ensure that TBS is open and decentralized, like concurrency, high performance, and adopting the UTXO high currency concurrency model, upgrading the transaction format of the traditional UTXO model, and building high performance parallel computing supernodes to ensure a dynamically scalable public chain that can carry millions of TPSs. Hopefully, it even be able to use globes. Built in original UTXO smart contract pioneered a purely layer by layer implementation of Turing complete smart contract based on UTXO model Turing contract, which implement all the logic of APM. But the advantages of the UTXO model have performance and low gas fee. All on one chain based on upgrading the transaction format of UTXO model. Different levels of data can be trimmed without compromising the integrity of the transaction data validation. So this makes it possible to have data, applications, transactions, and smart contracts all in one chain. Yeah, pricing ones are quite. Wait, let me check. Yes. All-time high is 2.49 and all-time low is $2. Okay. Total supply is 142 million. Okay, that explains. Okay. 65.71 million market cap. Eh, Go back. TBS's objectives, Web3 as the next generation of blockchain-based internet carries many hopes for the future internet domain and is the foundation and precursor of the future meta universe. The success of Web3 and the metaverse is that a large portion of the users can use it at the same time without having to endure slow performance and high gas fees. Therefore, they must operate a high performance public chain. In addition to high concurrency performance and layer 1 smart contracts, TBC also has the following characteristics, which can adapt to the development needs of a large number of Web3 users in the future, like unlimited scaling, decreasing gas fees with increased usage, zero confirmation of transactions, data storage, contract execution, and transaction transmission are all done in one chain. And POW consists of mechanism and mining algorithm based on Bitcoin, transaction model based on UTXO, a brand new Turing X TXID scheme, which solves the problem of traceability, a brand new layer turning contract smart contract plan. About turning TXID, okay, let's skip this. Basic introduction of Turing contract, okay. So what is this? Turing contract is a revolutionary contract framework designed for the TBC chain. Based on its UTXO model, this framework stands out due to its distinct advantages over conventional global state-based contract models. So first we got enhanced scalability. Turing contract leverages the inherent scalability of the UTXO model, so it allows for the parallel execution and verification of different UTXO contracts within TBC nodes. This capability effectively utilizes the multi-core architecture of modern computers, resulting in a significant boost in contract execution speed and an overall increase of TBC's transaction processing speed. We got reduced latency owing the TBC zero confirmation feature. Turing contract can execute contracts immediately upon their arrival in a miner's memory, bypassing the need for confirmation. This leads to markedly reduced latency in contract execution. Robust security turning contract benefits from the sequential dependency inherent in UTXO contracts, ensuring a guaranteed execution order and eliminating the risk of the minor extraceable value exploitation. Additionally, unlike global state-based contracts, UTXO contracts in the Turing contract framework do not interact in a manner that could create re-entry security vulnerabilities. And we had efficient contract validation. So the TBC's adoption of the UTXO model simplifies contract validation. As a result of contracts are embedded within the transaction outputs accepted by node, it is only necessary for nodes to verify the results correctness, not to perform all underlying computations. So this aspect enables off-chain processing of computationally intensive contracts with only result verification occurring on chain. Furthermore, since the contract virtual machines in DBC nodes solely perform validation without carrying any side effects, contract validation can be executed entirely in parallel as illustrated in the accompanying figure. Multiple VMs within TBC nodes and can simultaneously validate different transactions, fully harnessing the potential of modern multi-core processors. Okay. Let's continue, y'all. So, their confirmation security in TBC. So, the TBC network employs a first in first out approach for transaction ordering. So this means that once transaction meets the minimum fee threshold, it is promptly added to the node's memory pool, awaiting inclusion in the next block. So this FIFO methodology ensures that transactions are processed in order they are received, mitigating the risk of transaction replacement by those offering higher fees. Consequently, TBC provides robust security for transaction even before block confirmation, enhancing the integrity and predictability of transaction processing. And handling of duplicate UTXO transaction prior to confirmation. In the TBC network, if a transaction is still pending confirmation and another transaction arises at a node attempting to spend the same UTXO, the latter will be identified as illegitimate by the node. So this protocol ensures that the integrity of UTXO management, preventing double spending attempts. Uh, so the operational mechanism of this process is depicted in the accompanying diagram, which provides a visual representation of how the TBC system handles such as scenarios to maintain transactional security and consistency. If you guys understand it, you guys can see it like this. Transaction processing and zero confirmation security. So to handling the concurrent transaction with identical UTXOs, a transaction is added to the member pool of TBC node and a subsequent transaction arrives using the same UTXO as an input, the node's operational protocol comes into play. So given that TX1 has already been accepted into the memory pool before TX2, and in adherence to the first in first out principle, TX2 is rejected by the node. This mechanism is crucial for maintaining the integrity of transactions within the TBC network. Secure transactions with zero confirmation in practice, ensuring that a contract transaction reaches the majority of nodes in the mining pool sufficient to guarantee a high probability of security, even without confirmation. This approach allows for efficient processing while maintaining transaction security. Handling worst case scenarios consider a scenario where a malevolent double spend attempt, such as the aforementioned TX second, is successfully included in a block. Okay, these are not understandable. So, economic model for miners in TBC. So, role and significance of miners in TBC. Is sorry. Role and significance of miners in TBC. Miners in the turning between are proportional to its ecosystem serving multiple critical roles. They act as algorithmic providers, guardians of the network, validators of transaction, and executors of smart contracts. Their contributions in computational power are essential for maintaining the decentralized security of the DVC network. Beyond security, miners are responsible for the validation of transaction and smart contracts, such as well as fulfilling data storage functions. DBC embraces a global mining community requiring know your customer KYC protocols for participation. So the mining model of TBC is designed to be compatible with that of Bitcoin, enabling miners in Bitcoin network to seamlessly transition to the BTBC network. Block reward and mining parameters. Block symbol is TBC. Maximum mining volume is 2.1 billion. TBC numerical precision 6 decimals. Mining methodology 100% proof of work. Block reward 625 TBC per block. Okay. Halving cycle every 4 years. Okay. Okay. Rules for releasing TBC locked in early Bitcoin blocks. First is initial unlocking, starting from block this. If the market value of TBC liquidity subsequent blocks exceeds, that's BSV, TBCs from Bitcoin networks blocks 0 to 100K will be unlocked. Okay, these are not. Yeah.
I'm really sorry, y'all. So, messages. Okay. So, we got second progress of unlocking each time TBC liquidity market, the value of subsequent blocks doubles TBCs from the preceding 100K blocks are unlocks uh, sequentially. So final unlocking is when the market value of TBC liquidity from subsequent blocks surpasses that of Bitcoin. So TBCs from blocks this number to approximately this are unlocked in one go. Okay. Special note each time the unlocking conditions in above three items are met, unlocking requires sorting by TBC networks community, the organization, and TBC holders. Unlocking will only proceed if weight of approvals exceeds 60%. Okay. Notes on the upcoming mining of 142 million TBC. The remaining 142 million TBCs are mined using the same mining algorithm as Bitcoin. 10 million of them are pumped to addresses such as the growth fund, etc. Initial ecological development pumping 10 million. So TBC, the distribution ratio as follows. Um, Growth fund 50% investment institutions, 30% TBC foundation reservation, 10% development team and consultants, 5% TBC not developer incentive, 3% and community and promotional funds are 2%. And TBC transaction fee model, miners in the TBC network are rewarded not only through block rewards but also via transaction fees for confirming and verifying transactions. So the transaction fee structure is tied to the volume of each transaction, with larger transactions incurring higher fees. Although the average transaction to aggregate value of these fees is expected to be substantial. So the expectation is based on the projection that TBC will support a significant number of Web3 applications and users. So leading to a high volume transactions per block as the number of Web3 applications and users leading to the high volume transactions per block as the TBC ecosystem matures and the user base expands, it is anticipated that the transaction fees collected per block will exceed the block rewards, become the primary source of income for miners within a few years. Okay, and that's the conclusion. So, yeah, so based on the UTXO model, and patented technology, the turning bit chain enables the original Bitcoin blockchain to have the practical Turing complete capabilities and solves the K problem, building layer one smart contracts, scaling, fee reduction, TPS. So in the practicalization of Bitcoin blockchain, so the Turing Bitchain has the opportunity to be the settlement layer for all blockchains in the future while being dominated in Bitcoin TBC, in Bitcoin, what RBCZKs and ATH. So TBC will become a public blockchain with one layer of smart contracts, unlimited scaling, stable underlying protocols, and short second 256 POW mechanism, and every asset and data of early Bitcoin participants will be preserved in the TBC blockchain without being diluted or modified. Overall, TBC is a great decentralized blockchain network with the same level of security as Bitcoin due to the creative development of Turing XID, so Turing contract and other solutions. Turing Bit Chain DBC not only has the advantages of the traditional POW plus UTXO model, but also has better expansion capabilities and data tailoring capabilities in the current public chain domain. So it has basic Web3 public chain smart contract capabilities. One point needs to be highlighted here. These capabilities can all be completed on one chain. In addition, the fees uh, will decrease as the numbers of users increases. Wait, y'all. These features make TVC have huge potential to the host a large number of Web3 applications that will be used in the future, and the public chain that will be for daily usage worldwide. The description that we have been discussing here is not enough to describe the significance of turning BitChain. In the near future, TBC will have an opportunity to help real metaverse, which would give us, as humans, a great experience in the virtual world. We need to keep positive thinking and believe that in this changeable world, every little contribution might lead mankind to a big step. Note, please be aware of this white paper. It's intended as conceptual document to describe blah blah blah. Yeah. So I believe that's it from our project because we checked all everything we need to be checked. So if you guys have any questions, I'm still here. Ask your questions so I can help you guys with it. And event will end hour in an hour. Okay. Yeah, this logo definitely as same as the say one I showed you guys, which is interesting. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a blog about it too, yeah. hate these websites. Alrighty. Okay, y'all, I think that's it from me today. Thanks for participating. Thanks for joining my live stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.